What up, Blockchain Nation? What up, YouTube? So the question that often gets asked is the world changing? With everything that's going on in society and with different things that pop up in the news, is it really possible for every single major company to provide financial services? Well, I'm just going to explore that and let you know what I think. And I think the answer to that is absolutely, and it's happening already. So if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button so that you can get weekly notifications whenever I release videos. But we're just going to go over this real quick. So financial services is an interesting sector. For the longest time, you had to have some licensing. You had to go through some very hoops and regulations to be able to be a bank. But now it seems in a way like they are different, quote unquote, non-banks that are providing banking services, and I'll explain. But first, before I go into all that, let's talk about the banking sector, the financial service sector, and see where things are in that area. So unfortunately, it seems like less and less Americans trust their banks. Not just Americans, most part of the world. And why is that? Well, first one, no one loves their bank as much as before. That's the first thing. That's the truth. In the financial services sector, the first thing I want to highlight is that no one loves their bank as much as before, because banks seem to be having a very bad reputation. Unfortunately, in 2008, Lehman Brothers folded. Now that's not a traditional bank, but it's a financial services industry. Still in the financial services industry. And just look at some of the news. For instance, yes, in some time ago, was this 2016? Wells Fargo, over 5,000 employees were fired by Wells Fargo. Over 2 million phony accounts. It's all over the news. Where unfortunately, everyone hates paying banking fees, but imagine paying fees on a ghost account you did not even sign up for, which was really, really a huge scandal. Unfortunate that this had to happen to Wells Fargo, but it happened anyway. Anyway, it's not just them. I mean, you can read more about this in the Wikipedia. It goes into details about this, and you can read all the rest. Well, actually, find a company they were fined a combined 185 million. Very unfortunate. But it's not just Wells Fargo. I mean, it's just unfortunate this happened, but it happened. So this happened to Bank of America as well. Bank of America strictly routed trades in order to enrich clients like Bernie Madoff. So Bernie Madoff, I did a video about Ponzi schemes in the crypto space, and I talked about this guy ran one of the largest Ponzi schemes in the world. Unfortunately, he was doing trades on behalf of Bank of America, which was sad. Anyways, so that's the first thing. So the second thing I want to highlight is why people are having trust issues with financial institutions lately is that fees, and more fees. Banks have charged loads and loads of different fees. Some parts of the world they charge you for every transaction that you do. And also, if you bank with some banks, they tell you that you have to have a certain deposit or a certain balance in your account. If you don't, you will charge a monthly fee and all sorts. So fees, and more fees, which is what makes people wary about how we currently do financial services. Third, there is not enough customer incentive. There are not enough incentives for people to actually have a bank account. It's almost like now you have to pay the bank to hold your money. Like the example I just gave previously, you have money in the bank, and if you do not have a certain amount in your checking account, you'll be charged a fee. Even with a savings account nowadays, if you have a savings account, the interest on savings account first is not that great, and second of all, if you have a savings account and it's not up to an amount in savings, you also get charged. So there's not enough incentive. Sometimes it won't make sense to keep your money, I don't know, under your couch or something. Just saying. Fourth thing is innovations in technology. So due to technology and the different things that are happening, I forget the name of the company. I think they're in the UK. Monzo. There is this bank that's not really a bank. It's a bank, but they don't have they're 100% online. So you can spend, save, and manage your money all in one place. So you open up a full UK bank account from your phone for free. So this is really innovative. From the best of my knowledge, I'm not sure if they have too many physical locations, but you don't have to walk into the bank. You can have a full UK bank account just from your phone, and you can get this Monzo bank account. So when you have tech like this, you ask yourself, it's really changing the financial services sector. So the four things: innovation, technology, and finally, they're just better alternatives. Here we talk about cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology, and when you have alternatives where I can actually buy the crypto asset and keep that money in my wallet, which I don't recommend you do if it's a lot of money, or you can lend it to a platform like a decentralized platform like Compound, and you can get interest on that, which will give you much better than a bank will give you. Why the heck will I have a bank account? So with these 5 things I just mentioned, already the financial services sector is already in troubled waters because of these things I mentioned, and a whole lot of other things I could talk about, but that's it. So now, that brings me to my second point. Now, because all this is going on, and because of tech, because of already people are looking for other alternatives or places to invest their money, it has allowed for the emergence of new players, and some of these players we're going to talk about. So, real quick, I want to play this video. This is something that highlights my point. It's a video with the same topic or the same name, title, any company can offer financial services. I saw this by great friends from A16Z. I'm just going to play this real quick and just listen to this talk.
So why is all this happening now? Really, it's the notion of as-a-service infrastructure is coming to banking. And to understand why this is such a big deal, we need to look at how complex the banking stack is today. Ever wonder what it takes to start a bank? Here we're going to take a simplified version of what this looks like on the consumer side, starting at the bottom. This is a highly regulated industry. You need a license. You can go apply for a license, but that can take years. So what most of the new companies are doing is they're finding a sponsor bank or they're borrowing a license. Here's your first set of partnerships. Then you need a database or a core system to help determine where your customer's money, how is it moving around. Your customers probably want to get money out of their accounts. You need to integrate with a series of payment systems. If you want to make loans, you're going to need to know information about them, enter the credit bureaus. Again, regulation, multiple regulatory agencies that you need to comply with. And then we're dealing with money, so of course, there's going to be fraud. So now we're looking at probably over a dozen partnerships, close to 2 years to ink these deals. And you've built absolutely nothing new that you wanted to bring to market. But what if, in the same way Amazon did to compute and storage, there were companies that were taking each layer of this stack and providing it as a service?
So, I like the concept. Watch the talk. It's a great talk. She talks about a lot of things, which is good. She's very, very profound. Very, very great talk. Very excited when I watch this. I think you guys should watch it. But what I want to take away from this is let's look at how everything you have to do to set up a bank. You have regulatory, you have your core systems, you have this, you have layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. But so the question is, why go through all that and have to do with all the red tape when there are other companies that are actually slowly creeping into the banking sector right underneath our noses? And I'll highlight a few. First, I talked about this in the previous video, was Visa and MasterCard. Now, Visa and MasterCard, they are a payment company, and all they do is they aggregate payments, so they help merchants to make payments. They're like the channel between myself and a merchant to make a payment, which want to buy something online, blah, blah, blah. They provide a payment infrastructure and a payment network. Now, I did a video about this, and I should put a link below. Now, Visa and MasterCard, or Visa especially, has filed a patent to be able to create their own, not only the fact that they're going to provide a payment platform, but also their own virtual currency, which is huge. So already that's a bank. Because Visa, MasterCard, Visa has millions and millions and millions of customers that they service all around the world. So now imagine them coming up with their own currency. So not longer will they be aggregating payments that are in US dollars or whatever currency. They now have their Visa currency. That is huge. That makes them a bank, technically. They might not offer all the traditional services like a bank has, like a loan and stuff, but that's a huge step in going in that direction. That's one. PayPal and Square are doing something different, doing something similar. There are rumors that PayPal is also moving towards the crypto space. We're still waiting for the news or for them to give us more information about it. It's still a rumor, but for the fact that these discussions are coming up, it's just crazy. Now let me look at one. Let's look at the big one again. Let's look at this. This is Apple. For all we know about Apple, Apple is a company that provides, that makes what? Phones, the iPad, the watch, TV, and all this other stuff. They have the MP3 players, blah, blah, blah. Anyways. But now look at this. Apple is coming out with their own card. Look at this. This is crazy. No annual fees, no foreign transaction fees or late fees, no fees period. I don't know much about the Apple card. I'm not saying you should get it. I'm not saying you shouldn't get it. But for the fact that Apple, which is a technology company that provides the iPhone, the iPad, and the likes, and they are going in, and already they have millions of customers. You have some of us have subscriptions on iMusic, on Apple Music, and you have to make payments every single month. Now imagine they have listed their own card and they now give some other incentive and say, hey, you get 6 months, you get a year of Apple Music for free. I mean, it's just crazy that Apple is now moving and eating into this space. And this is already, they are providing financial services because they're giving you a card. Very soon they'll say, okay, you can have, I don't know, a $10,000, $5,000 limit. So that's a loan, technically. The credit card with a limit, but it's a loan. You know, it's just crazy. It's Apple is going, you know, doing their own thing. Apple is coming in the bank, arguably. Look at something else, Uber. Uber is to launch bank accounts and debit cards for their drivers. The king of the ride-hailing industry is making a major move into financial services. Uber has announced that it will launch Uber Money, a payment platform that will allow drivers to get paid immediately while avoiding credit card fees. And they have already have 4 million drivers. They're going to give them access to mobile bank accounts. They are becoming a bank. To my point, almost every bank can offer financial services. And of course, Libra. Facebook coming up with its own cryptocurrency called Libra, which will be powered by Novi. It's just scary. But it just shows my point that any company, so you're going to hear about everybody offering financial services. You'll walk into Walmart and Walmart will say, we're issuing the Walmart card. And they can call it the Walmart coin, the Walmart crypto. What's stopping them? What's stopping Best Buy from saying, hey, we're issuing the Best Buy cryptocurrency or whatever it is? Because using crypto, and this is my point in all this. Entering financial services or coming out as a full-blown blank might be difficult in some cases, but the easiest way for all of these companies to do is just come out with their own ERC20 token, to do their own initial coin offering, to do their own cryptocurrency, to do their own platform, payment platform that's built on some kind of blockchain. That's the easiest way. And I think, in my personal opinion, that might be the easiest direction for some of these companies to go, and that probably might be the direction a lot of them are going. So that means that every or any institution will be able to offer financial services, and that is huge. That is a game changer, and it's going to be great for us as consumers, because you have better services for institutions that decide and say, hey, you must have this minimum amount in your bank account, otherwise they'll charge you fees. You can just go to another service provider that will do it for you for free with no fees, no hidden fees, and no hassle, and they'll give you better rates. It's great for us as consumers, which is very, very, very exciting, and it's really, in my opinion, really going to change a lot of things. It's really going to change the world. It's exciting. It's exciting for crypto, and it's exciting for all of us. I think it's something that we should all be excited about, because it's really going to change the world. I think so. So if you're not involved in cryptocurrency, this is a great time to get involved, because, like I said, the easiest way for a lot of these companies to release or to come out with all these innovations is to build some kind of decentralized platform or blockchain whereby they have their own token or they have their own currency that's powered on a distributed network. So it's very exciting. Looking forward to it. Anyways, that's all I have. Let me know your comments below. Watch the video by A16Z, and yeah, till next time. My wish for you is that you learn more about cryptocurrencies, because crypto is changing and will change the world. And those who get involved early, in my personal opinion, will greatly impact the future. And if that's you, let's go change the world.